Part 1, The Web of Darkness Unfurls. Peter Parker's transition into teaching had been tumultuous, and as he embarked on his first day at Miles Morales' school, he had no inkling of the dark path that lay ahead. The events that transpired during a routine day would spiral into a web of darkness, leading Peter down a path he could never have imagined. The day began like any other, with Peter attempting to balance his dual life as a teacher and a superhero. However, his efforts were interrupted by the sudden attack of Flint Marko, the Sandman. Together with Miles, Peter swung into action to subdue the threat, but the consequences were dire. Peter, forced to prioritize the safety of the students, was fired for abandoning his class. Devastated by the loss of his teaching career, Peter retreated to his Aunt May's home in Queens, a place that had become a refuge since May's passing. The solace of familiar surroundings, however, was shattered when unexpected guests arrived, Mary Jane and Harry Osborn. The shock of seeing Harry, seemingly cured from his terminal illness, was compounded by his offer to join the Emily May Foundation, a startup aimed at healing the world. As Peter grappled with the sudden turn of events, Miles Morales faced his own challenges. Trying to write his college application essay and navigating the complexities of his mother Rio's new dating life added layers of complexity to Miles' already complicated world. The turning point came when Peter and Miles, now both affiliated with the Emily May Foundation, oversaw the transfer of Raft's inmates. Witnessing an attack by Kraven the Hunter, the Spider-Men found themselves entangled in a sinister plot. Kraven, capturing superpowered individuals for a sadistic hunt, set the stage for a series of confrontations that would change everything. Part 2, The Symphony of Chaos. The battle against Kraven and his forces escalated when the Scorpion and Martin Lee fell victim to the Hunter's tactics. Investigating further, Peter uncovered Kraven's twisted motives. The city became a hunting ground for superpowered beings, a macabre game orchestrated by Kraven. As the Spider-Man intervened to protect Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, from Kraven's clutches, the trio found themselves escaping to Paris. Yet, even in the City of Light, the darkness loomed. The symbiotic tendrils that had saved Harry's life began to exert their influence, rapidly developing Harry's powers. Returning to New York, the trio's attempt to find solace at Coney Island was shattered by another attack. Kraven's hunters targeted Tombstone, unleashing chaos upon the amusement park. Amidst the turmoil, Harry Osborn, now fully aware of Peter's double life, joined him in rescuing civilians caught in the crossfire. It was during this battle that Harry unveiled the truth: he had been cured by a black organic symbiote that physically augmented his body. With Harry's powers growing, the decision was made to assist Peter in rescuing Tombstone. Meanwhile, Mary Jane uncovered the kidnapping of Kurt Connors, a scientist with crucial information about the looming threat. Peter and Harry, racing against time, attempted to save Connors but were too late to prevent Kraven from forcibly turning him back into the lizard. The confrontation with Kraven left Peter mortally wounded, the Hunter reveling in his perceived victory. However, Harry's symbiote intervened, transferring itself to Peter's body and saving him from the brink of death. The symbiote, now fused with Peter, altered his suit into a formidable black exosuit, augmenting his powers and changing the very nature of Spider-Man. In a final confrontation with Kraven, Peter, now in his new black suit, showcased the enhanced abilities bestowed upon him by the symbiote. The battle left an indelible mark on Kraven, who developed a personal interest in hunting the transformed Spider-Man. Part 3, The Web of Carnage. The symbiote's influence, once a means of survival, began to consume Peter. As he embraced the dark power, he adopted a new persona, a villainous force now known as Carnage. The tendrils that emanated from the symbiotic suit served as both weapons and extensions of Peter's malevolence. The city, once saved by Spider-Man, now quivered in fear at the sight of Carnage. The symbiote whispered dark thoughts, fueling Peter's anger and resentment. New York, a city that had looked up to Spider-Man as its protector, now faced a threat from within, a corrupted hero wreaking havoc in the streets. Carnage's tendrils slithered through the city, causing destruction and instilling fear in the hearts of its citizens. His malevolent laughter echoed through the skyscrapers, a chilling symphony that heralded the arrival of a new kind of terror. As Carnage's influence spread, the city's heroes rallied to face the monstrous threat. However, the symbiotic blast that emanated from Carnage's tendrils infected anyone it touched, turning them into mindless minions under Peter's control. The once friendly neighborhood Spider-Man had become a puppet master, manipulating those he had once sworn to protect. The news of Carnage's reign of terror reached Miles Morales, who had continued to navigate the challenges of being a hero and a student. Unaware of the dark transformation that had befallen his mentor, Miles prepared to face a threat unlike any he had encountered before. Part 4: The Redemption of Spider-Man. The battle between Carnage and the city's heroes reached its climax as Miles Morales swung into action. The symbiotic tendrils lashed out at Miles, but to everyone's surprise, he remained unaffected. Miles, armed with determination and the knowledge that something had gone terribly wrong, confronted Carnage in a desperate bid to save Peter. The clash between the two Spider-Men became a symbol of light versus darkness, hope versus despair. Miles, tapping into his unique abilities, dodged Carnage's tendrils and unleashed his bioelectric venom blasts in an attempt to subdue the corrupted hero. The battle raged through the city, the fate of New York hanging in the balance. As Carnage and Miles clashed in the moonlit streets, a glimmer of Peter's consciousness fought against the symbiote's influence. Memories of Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, and the countless lives he had saved flooded back. In a moment of internal struggle, Peter tried to break free from the darkness that had consumed him. Miles, refusing to give up on his mentor, urged Peter to fight against the symbiote's control. The battle became a testament to the enduring spirit of Spider-Man, a hero who had faced the darkest corners of his own soul and emerged on the side of light. The symbiotic tendrils, once fueled by malice, began to recede. The turning point came when Miles, channeling his bioelectric venom powers, unleashed a powerful blast that enveloped Carnage. The symbiote recoiled, weakened by the surge of energy. In that moment of vulnerability, Peter's consciousness broke free from the symbiote's grip. Carnage, now a mere shell of the villain he had become, stood before Miles and the city he had once terrorized. The tendrils disintegrated into nothingness, leaving Peter in his classic red and blue suit, battered but victorious. The citizens of New York, who had witnessed